Hello everyone! Let me get out my book. Super excited to work on this book with you guys today. Let's take some friends. Oh my goodness, so many friends. This is awesome. Let me see if it'll just let me keep tagging here. All right, I think that is all. It will let me tag. There's Stephanie. Hello. And Grace and Kip. Hello again. Hello, friends. All right. So I cannot wait to get working on this book again with you guys. We've got all of our pages torn, and we're going to do some things with these. And I've got a bunch of these wood pieces, a bunch of charms. We are going to see what we can add here. I've just been tossing things in this bag. All of the fun things. Whoops, don't want to ruin those. Hey Sherry, hello. Just getting some things out while some friends arrive. So we have our fun stamp here. And I want to put this clock in today. There's our ink and our other stamp. Got a fun paper clip there. Some papers. Okay, so we need to put some more paper in our book. And I've got some book page, all kinds of fun stuff. So how's everybody doing today? I just left another event, so it's been like back-to-back event day. It was supposed to be back-to-back, but things changed, so that is the way it works. So fortunately, I just have 2 today instead of 3. What a day. But I'm super excited to be here with you guys today in the White Rose Crafts Gallery. Kay should be joining us if she's not already here. Thank you so much for being flexible on the time. Like I said, I had events today, and one event yeah, it's been a crazy day. We'll just leave it at that. One event I kind of goofed up a little bit, but that's okay. So here's where we are. I've got some scraps I turned into a tag. I tucked it in here. I don't know if that's where it's going to stay or not. This guy I need to glue down. I am committed, I think, but I wanted to put some ribbon. What did I do with the ribbon? Let's see. There's some ribbon right there, and I think that's even going to be about the right size of a piece. So let's go ahead and turn the glue gun back on, and we'll get that glued down. Now you can see my lace kind of leaked a little bit of the ink on there, and that's okay. I'm not going to worry about that. We're going to cover it up with some lace, and I think it just adds some extra color and charm in there anyways. Okay. So I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue as soon as it's warm, and we're going to glue this right down, and then we'll glue our lace right over there, and I think that will be some really great color and texture. Hello, Linda. Oh, no, you guys, I'm not able to see comments again. Ugh. I don't know why this happens. Let me type in here and see if you guys can see my comment. I'm going to hit the live button. Do all of the things, and hopefully it'll turn on the comments for me. I don't know what is going on. I don't know why it does that. Every time when I come in here, it has little blips of where I can't see the comments. and then it just all of a sudden will reappear. So I don't know why it does that. Come on, glue. Come on out. You know you want to. Maybe it needs to heat up for a few more minutes. I don't know. All right, well, I don't know if you guys can see my comment. I can't see any of yours. Just try typing some comments if you would, please. Hopefully they will just start showing up. I don't know. And a huge thank you to Kay and her team for putting together some extra of these junk journal kits that were limited edition, and she made them available just because of the lives and the requests. So huge thank you to her for working on that and allowing some extra people to get their hands on some of these beautiful kits, because they are so much fun to work with. I am having so much fun playing with all of these products. Okay, here we go. I think my glue gun is working now. Yay. Okay, let's glue the rest of this down. Now, if you are not somebody who uses a glue gun in your paper crafting, definitely give it a try before you just completely shy away. If you're not, if you've tried it and it's just not for you, or maybe it's just not for you at all, you can use like some Fabri-Tac or tacky glue, or whatever glue you like to glue down this ribbon. I find as long as you smooth it out, it doesn't leave any like big bumps or lumps or anything like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add this lace right here. And this lace has the holes here so that the ribbon is actually getting to shine through, and I think that looks just great. Hi, Marilyn. I can't see any comments again. I don't know why it does that, so put some comments in there. Hopefully it'll turn back on. And let me chat with you guys. I have been really wanting to work on this book, so I'm super glad that today is White Rose Wednesday, so I can work on this book. I know I've got a great project with great materials when I am excited to work on it. It's like when you get a good book and you can't put it down, you know? Okay, there we go. So that is glued in. I love that. So instead of just having it hanging in there waiting to be done, it is done now. So we got one thing done, and I love that little pop of ribbon, some lace. Good stuff. And then, ooh, we have this clock. So this was one of the wooden pieces, and I just put some of the Distress Oxide on it, so it's kind of tinted in that sage green. Let's see if I can find the right side here. Does it matter? I don't know. So we could glue this just right there, and I think that actually looks really pretty. I'm just going to go ahead and glue it in here. Watch your fingers if you're using hot glue. Just smear that glue around a little bit more. Get some more of the clock in the glue. There we go. Now press. Get all of our strings. Oh, I love that. And once I'm done for today, and I'm gonna fill this little divot here in the clock with some Nuvo drops. So then it'll just have like a clear center there. I think that will be really cute. But it will need time to dry, and I don't want to spend all of our crafting time today on waiting for that to dry. So all right. right, so there's that. How fun is that? We've used one of our wood pieces. We used some ribbon. The lace doesn't come with your kit, but I did add some to mine, just some little scraps that I had laying around. Oh, look, I've got ribbon on this side and this side. I guess I need to use it somewhere else in here too. And we have our cute little charm from last time. Lots of little things on the pages here. Oh yeah, I was gonna stick this label somewhere. And I think on this piece, so this is the cover of the signature, and this is the cover of this signature. Sometimes I like to make the covers match. Sometimes I don't. It doesn't really matter. You can make them coordinate or not. I always try to make them something a little bit extra. So I think on this one, I might use one of these other big clock pieces here, just so it gets something nice as well. And then maybe a piece of that ribbon or something around there. So I'm gonna keep these ideas in mind here. Ooh, I kind of like this one actually. For this signature cover. And then I was gonna show you guys how I plan to use these little cards. So this was a 12 by 12 page that came with the collection. Hi, Rita. I don't know if Kay's here yet or not, guys, but I cannot see your comments. Unfortunately, I don't know why it does that, but it won't let me see the comments. So this was a 12 by 12 piece of paper that came in the kit, and it has all of these little photos on it. And let's see, this one, and then this one. So what I've done is I've cut mine in a way so that I have some accordion folds. So this is actually the 12 by 12 length. So I just cut along here, and then I creased so that I would have an accordion fold, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead, you can, I'll show you what we're gonna do with that one in a second. This one here is just folded like this. This is how this row was able to fold. So you can easily tuck these into pockets. So this one here, this is a pocket here. It could just tuck right in there, and then it can fold out like this. So you can have it just tucking in there. I don't know if I like that so much though, because that page is not the right size. But we can easily make another spot here. So let's see. Does this one fit better on this page? Yes, actually it does. Okay, so I think we're gonna work on this page here. And I just have this little coin envelope. This is just from my stash. Hi, Christine. I can't see comments, guys, so I'm so sorry if you're commenting. I'm not purposely ignoring anybody. I just cannot see them, but normally what happens is it will turn back on at some point. So just keep commenting, and I can always catch up with comments after on the replay, because it does show them to me at that point, even the ones that I missed. But I don't know what makes it turn back on, so just keep doing the normal, and hopefully it will let me back in. Okay, so let's see, we could do, yeah, so I think I'm going to use this piece of scrap here. Remember when I told you I try to make my scraps a good size? This is why. So I'm going to use this little piece here, and just going to tear it here. So I'm going to put this piece down here. I'm going to move this envelope for just a moment. And then this other piece I'm going to put up here. Just like this. And so this is a really great use of your paper. You get to use, you know, it almost looks like it's a full, wow, that doesn't want to tear at all. Full page without actually being a full page. So we're going to glue those at the tops, just like this, and the bottom. And let me get some ink. There's my vintage photo, and there's some tea dye as well, but I think we're going to go with vintage photo just because it's a little darker. Okay. And this one's just an ink dauber, but you can use the little finger daubers. And I think in the White Rose Crafts Gallery, they have the little finger daubers for like $1. But one comes with your kit as well, so you can try it out if you haven't used those. And I'm just going to put a little bit of ink all around the edge here, just to make sure any white edges I have showing through aren't there. I wish I could chat with you guys. I don't know why it has me not able to see your comments. Okay, so this is gonna go just like this. And then I think I'm gonna stamp some of those little crazy splatters that we have with our cool little splatter stamp, just to give some extra texture to the edge here. Now this is a floating spine, so we could take this page out and work on it outside of the book if we wanted to, which is a nice thing to be able to do. Sometimes I just work on it in place though, and it doesn't matter too much. Okay, so remember, these are the Prima background stamps, and one does come with your kit, but there are plenty available on the White Rose Crafts Gallery website, and they are awesome, you guys. I love them. Very reasonably priced, and they just add so much fun to the backgrounds of your pages and junk journals. Let's see here. There we go. There's the lid. I'm like, what did I do with the ink lid? All right, let's get this glued down. And it says there's only 4 of you with me today. I wish I could see your guys' comments. I'm not sure if Kay has popped in or not. If you are watching this on the replay or even crafting with me, just type in #replay so I know you stopped by. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I will still get back to you after the live when I can actually see the comments again. And if you have any product questions, Kay can definitely help you with that as well. Okay, let's put a little bit more of this in here. So that way, when you lift up the picture, there is a little bit of some texture on this craft cardstock, and I love this. Okay. So now let's find our little photos here. So the way that I have it folded, we need to change just a little bit, because otherwise we're going to lose one. If we put it in like this, we'll lose one photo. If we put it in like that, we'll lose one. If we put it in like, let's see, what does this look like? So we're just going to have a little bit of something white left over here, which is okay. I know what we'll do there. All right, which do we want to show? We're going to, I think we'll do it that other way. So, okay, so I've got it folded like not like that. We want to put it, we want it to be white like this, but we're going to put it white like this. There we go. Okay, so I'm putting the white side, like this one, down in the paper so that way we can have a little spot here to put a sticker on. You could even journal on there if you wanted. You can lift this and journal. And then you'll also have a little spot here we can put a sticker or a little piece of paper, or you can even journal right there, whatever you want to do. And since it's not actually photo paper, it is just scrapbook paper, it's easy to work with and glue, and you still get this nice vintage feel in your book. So we could put this little piece here, and We could even just keep piecing. Or we can put a little piece over there, whatever we want to do. We could put this little piece here. It's like a little tab so that it lifts up. Let's see if I can find my stickers. There they are. This is a perfect place for these beautiful stickers. And so let's see. I actually think I'm going to use this big sticker right there. This one. I think it's going to go beautifully, so I'm going to add some ink around the edges in here, just so it takes this bright whiteness out. And you could ink this before you put it in here, probably would be the easiest way, but today I don't seem to be doing things the easy way, and that's all right. I'm still making it through this day. There we go. Okay, so I'm loving that. Let's see, let's flip this back around here. I think I am going to put this just right there. This is just a little piece of our paper, so it will kind of tie it into the rest of the page. And again, it's just the littlest scrap, but it really adds just that, you know, little pop of coordination there. I love that. And it's definitely a really good way to stretch your papers because these are 6x6 pages. So really we've just used 2 little strips and then the scrap from the strips. So a really good way to get the same cohesiveness going through because we use this paper somewhere else in the book as well. So stretches those papers. Okay, these are amazing stickers. They're vellum, but I am bound determined to try to ruin them. So we're just going to go really slow and peel all around. And it worked. And I'm going to put this in here because I think it is so beautiful. Put this little guy down on the page, straighten it all out a little bit at a time. Fold that paper under there. And look how pretty that is. I'm going to run that ink over it though, just to get, like I said, that bright whiteness gone. And it's just vellum, so it takes really well with this ink. And you can kind of press this in there. And look how pretty that is right at the edge there. I love it. Love it, love it. And this one, I think I am just going to make a little tab. Now we could put it right here like this. Oh, we could put it like this and fold it over. Let's see. No, I think I just like it like that, actually. And then it kind of breaks up the plane from the plant too. So there's that. And then, you know, we could put another little piece of something here if we wanted to layer just a little bit. Make like a little cluster on the edge. We can add some of this ink to this little scrap. So see, just those little pops of attention to detail and fun additions makes for some really interesting pieces in your books. Okay, and then you can staple that, you can glue it, you can do whatever you want. I'm just going to go ahead and add a little staple. There we go. We could even add a little ribbon scrap over that so it hides the staple if you don't want to see the staple. Guys, I'm so sorry. I still don't have any comments. Urgh. I've tried swiping left and swiping right and doing all the things. I don't know. I don't know why it's so stubborn. Okay, so we want to make sure, I'm going to cut that little extra piece off of there so it's not sticking to, oh, there it is. I got it. Kay, you woke it up. Yay. There we go. Oh, the washies came from your personal stash. Oh, good. You're going to be stocking them because they are amazing. I love them. Yay, I can see comments now. I'm not crafting alone. All right, let's just trim that little excess off. I'm not a lefty, so I guess I could turn the book and do it that way. But, you know, why make it easy on myself? Yay, there we are. Sherry, I see you. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. I don't know why it doesn't let me see the comments at first when I come in here. It does it almost, it's done it several times in a row now. I don't know what the deal is. All right, well, Kay, we appreciate your personal stash. We love these stickers. They are amazing, or at least I do anyways. I guess I'll speak for myself. Let's see, do I have some other little tiny sticker? We can put just right there. This one, what is this one? Gross de granite, I don't know. Guarantee, oh, it's like a bank check guarantee or something. So I think I'm gonna put it right there, but I'm gonna put a piece of this down first, just to add a little something extra here. And we're just gonna tear this. There we go, I'll add some ink. Now we are covering up just a little bit our stamping underneath, but that's okay. We're still adding some other interest. I'm going to wrinkle and crinkle this so I can get some other texture lines while I put it down. That is another way to get some good fine lines and fun texture and interest. Just add some ink. This is just a scrapbook book page, so you can use any papers that you have. There we go. I think that looks pretty interesting. And we'll just go ahead and glue this in right at the edge of that photo there. Yes, hello ladies. I can see your comments now. Kay popped in and I don't know, it just like woke it up. I don't know what happened. As I said, I don't know why it does that, but like just keep commenting and eventually it lets me see everyone. Okay, so I love that little scrap there, and we can still see our stamp over here. So we've got our little crinkly wrinkly lines and our stamp, and then I'm going to put this little sticker right at the bottom here. And these are actually really easy to peel. I say that because having visual impairments, peeling things like that is just not really easy for me. I can't really see the edges. I have to really rely on what I feel. And sometimes that can be really challenging. And these ones are just super nice. So it's okay. I'm glad you're going to be stocking them because they are super nice to work with. Okay, so now you can see we just have these beautiful little photos that were actually from a scrapbook paper. It was a 12 by 12 piece of paper. It came with a kit. And I just cut them in a way so that we can enjoy the photos, but we can also have a cute little flip out with some journaling here, or you can even put one of your own photos. So that is nice. And then I'm going to go ahead and this is just a coin envelope. Now I added envelopes to my kit. So, you know, any envelopes that you have, definitely save them, use them, especially if they're strays. I always look for them at thrift stores or wherever I can find them. Sometimes people even give them to me. So when they have these little flaps on your envelope, I'm going to go ahead and put it down right here, right over this. And so what it's going to do is it's going to make a flip up, and then this is going to flip out. So how fun and interesting is that? And super easy, right? All we did was just add it. We folded some paper and we're going to add an envelope. And then we'll put a beautiful piece of paper here. Let me figure out which one. Where did it go? Ooh, I actually really love this one a lot. I think it matches really, really well too. So go ahead and give this one a cut right about there. You guys can see I don't really measure if I can help it. Kind of measure with my fingernails and just go from there. And it's been working for me for all these years, so, you know, just go with what works. If you're not one of those measuring kinds, that is okay. And if you are, that's okay too. Now look, we could even make a tag out of this piece. That would be fun. Okay, we'll put this down. We're going to trim just a little bit off the edge. And I'm going to trim off this bottom edge because I want to keep that piece up there. We could have torn this, but I don't want to lose that decorative piece in the corner. I really like it quite a lot. All right, so that is going to cover our envelope there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim just a little bit off the envelope itself at the bottom, because then it will make a pocket. When it flips up, we can put a tag in there. So we're also going to need a piece of paper on the other side. All right, now listen. See, this is what happens when you're not a measurer. Sometimes you have to trim a little here, trim a little there, hope a little there. Okay. Now hopefully they'll match up. And just keep a smile the whole way, because that is the fun of it. It's just to have fun. Okay, we got it. We got it. And then this part I'm going to notch here eventually. Let's figure out what we want to put on the back there. Let's see. I have just a piece of some kind of scrap of paper. I do. This is just a piece of coffee dyed paper. So this could be really nice. I love the edges I got on that one. And we can just put it here so it would be a nice space to put a photo or some writing. I think I might just go ahead and tear this one. I don't know about the ingenious part, Kay, but I do have a lot of fun, that's for sure. Thank you. All right, so let's just trim just a little smidgen off the edge, and we'll keep this edge straight. All right, Marilyn. We will see you when you come back, or see you on the replay. Oh, this is really delicate paper, and my trimmer is being a little too abrasive. So we will just try to scissor what I didn't already cut. And it has these couple of rough patches here now where my trimmer ate it, but that's okay. I'm just going to ink that, and I think it will just add to the character of the paper. So, as Tim Holtz would say, don't freak your freak. It's all right. There we go. So now we can put this dark edge here that's coffee dyed at the end, or I can put it down at this end. It's not really going to matter one way or the other. I'm going to ink some more, so hopefully that will darken up just a little bit. And if you're really trying to get it darker than what your ink dabber is giving you, because this was coffee dyed, that's how I got that nice really dark color, just run your ink pad right along there. Be very careful though, because the paper can give paper cuts in your ink pad. So if you are worried about the safety and yeah, not ruining your ink pad, don't do this. But mine is okay. I was just very, very careful. I did it very, very light. And you can see we got this nice dark edge. And then you can still take your ink dauber and go in and just daub in some of this other color to kind of darken it up if you want. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this in here. I think I'm going to glue it this way. And it doesn't matter if we glue over where this pocket is, because we created a new one down here. All right, so we're just going to glue, and this creates a nice little, like I said, a journal spot, or if you want to put in a photo, it's a nice spot for that as well. Then on the back side, we're going to go ahead and glue this, and we want to make sure we glue it the right way, because this is going to be this way and this way. So we're going to glue it in right there. I'm going to go ahead and add some ink around, just because I think we'll be able to see it on some of these spots here. Oh, that's the wrong inker. No wonder I'm getting some weird color. I'm like, why isn't it darkening? All right, let's set that one aside. I was doing blue ink earlier. There we go. That's looking a lot better. Oh boy, one of those days, you guys. I sent a message to my friend. Is it Monday and nobody told me? It's been just a crazy morning. Although, so far my projects have been going good today, so that is one blessing, for sure. Okay, so we'll just kind of make this as straight as we can, kind of eyeballing it in the middle. There we go. Gonna add some more ink here, all around. You can see we can kind of add some ink to make these papers go through, kind of blend together here. Now this is the Scrapberry 6x6 paper pack, and I absolutely love it. It's called Mechanical, what is it? Mechanical Illusions, and it's just amazing. I am loving all of the browns and greens. Definitely my jam. Okay, so I'm not going to ink in the center. We'll just let that be a little brighter. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we've got our paper on the back, we've got our paper here, and somewhere I have a round hole punch. Somewhere underneath all of this stuff. Guys, it really needs to be spring cleaning time in my house. All right, well, we'll add the notch maybe a little later. I thought I had 3 events today, and so I was set up for 1, and then as it turned out, I only had 2, but yeah, it's been a crazy, crazy day. All right, well, here's where, if you want to notch this, you totally can for a pocket. I normally have my corner rounder here, and I would just make a little notch. If you don't have a notcher, let's show you what you can do. Anything that you have that's round, like this is normally the piece that gets cut out from my little circle punch. You can just go ahead and trace and cut around. Yeah, it's a mess under here right now. I normally work in kind of a cluttered area anyways, but today it's a little on the extra side. So you can trace this with a pen, or you can just cut around like that. So if you have anything round, like a little glass jar, or like, you know, a little glass, or a little something that's circular, you can make it work. There we go. Okay, so now let's glue this in. And we're gonna, remember, it's going right over this. This is okay. So this little flip flap is going to kind of hold in place our little stuff. And look how interesting that is. I kind of actually like it with the notch at the bottom. Normally you see the notches at the top, so it's kind of fun that the notch is at the bottom. And we're gonna go ahead and stick this piece down right here. So I've got the crease of the flap right at the top of the paper, and I'm kind of holding it down so it doesn't move. And then we're going to glue this right over here. And we're going to give it a second because we want to make sure it glues really well. And then what we've got is we've got this fun little flip flap right here with a pocket, so we can put like a tag in there. And then when this flips up, this one flips out. And it opens like this, so you can see all these fun photos. You can, you know, make a little journaling note right there if you want to. You can put a photo here or just journal. And we've got those beautiful stickers. Loving it. All right, so there is a fun page there. And then this side, you just can glue right over there. I think I'm just going to put a piece of book page in over there. And we'll keep going. So I have, I think, 4 full pieces left of this 6x6 paper, and we can just kind of figure out how we want it to stretch over the rest of the pages that are left. And so what you do with the pages that you have, you know, that maybe don't get a full piece, like we could cut this in half and then that would make, what, 8 pieces, so you can put them throughout everywhere. Even your littlest scraps, though, like this circle that we just cut out, makes a really fun cluster. So like on the pages that might not get a full sheet, you can put this at the bottom. You can turn them into tabs. I think it's really fun just to put it right on the edge right there. So you see it just gets a little pop of something, which is nice. I'm going to put that there, actually. I kind of like that. And you can always go in and add more pages if you still wanted to. Hey, Margie. Yeah, hey again. It has been a crazy day for me so far, but we're making it work. Okay, so I'm going to put a piece of book page in over that. And book page is just that. It is literally pages ripped from an old vintage book. And we'll just cover over right over this little tab at the top. I sometimes like to let it peek out just a little bit. You can also put trims or whatever up there. Just go ahead and rip this along. Oops, wow, I've got some really wonky ripping style going on today. And we'll put this one right there. And, you know, if you don't like this wonky style, just rip it again until it is a little bit more of whatever style you were going for. I don't know that I really had a look in mind. I just kind of want it to be on the page. I'm going to take just a little more of this off. There we go. If you don't like the peaks, just take them off. Perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead and dye this all the way around pretty dark here. And then again, where like all this white spots are, we can stencil, we can add stamping. Our little background splattery stamps would be really good right there. We could add more of our stickers. You can add strips of your paper. We can turn this into a pocket. So up here, this could actually be the tab, like where you see that envelope. We could glue. In fact, let's do that. We'll just glue this here, here, and here. So we're going to keep this not glued. And we're going to glue right around here. Sometimes if I don't know if I'm going to want a pocket, I just make one. Because really it doesn't hurt anything. And if you don't want to put anything in it, you don't have to. I always say when you're working though, remember how many pockets you're making, because that's more pockets to fill. But at the same time, you don't have to fill them all. Okay, so this is actually now a pocket up here. Yeah, well, just be careful though, because you can actually get paper cuts in your ink pads. So I do that with much caution. And you know, I think I was taught bad habits back in the scrapbooking days when we used these little color box ink pads that were like this, and there was actually a handle that hooked in here, and then you took the lid off and you just inked right on your page. And so sometimes if I didn't have the handle, I'd just grab the ink pad and good to go. And I think that is where I learned to just pick up the ink pad and be good to go, because you always have the ink pad, right? But it's not very good for your ink pad. So now on your book pages, you could add pieces of your rice paper like this, just to kind of add some decoration. Yeah, those little football inks, the cat's eye inks. Yeah, and that was like in all the scrapbooking classes that I took, they would teach you just grab them and ink and just get right in there. Get right in there with the ink. I can remember them telling me that. Get in there with the ink. And so now I get in there with the ink, but it's not really very good for your ink pads. Okay, so we're just going to add some more of this. And you can see no real rhyme or reason, just getting it in there. Get some fun backgrounds. Get in there with your stamps. Yes, for sure. Hi, Annie. I don't think I have met you before. Hello, hello. I am Shauna. I am on Kay's team for White Rose Crafts design team. Okay, so let's see what else that we have. What can we add over here for some fun? Now I have these fun paper clips that I made. This is just a little scrap of fabric that I had, and I just tied it around a paper clip. A lot of crafters will do that. So we can add this to the corner here to give it just a little bit of interest. Cute, fun, loving it. And we could add a little pocket at the bottom with a piece of our paper. Actually, let's see. What other pages do I still have here? Let's add this pocket over here. So let's skip that page and we'll come back. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut here. Just a little piece. And when I'm cutting, I'm trying to keep the most paper sparing I can. So I don't know necessarily if I'm going to want this whole strip or this whole strip. So I'm just going to try and keep it intact. But this piece is perfect for a little pocket right here. And if we put this little pocket in here, our cute little cards will fit in there. So we're going to have to be careful when we're gluing because we need all the room. This is a little bit on the bulky side. So this is another tri-fold that folds out. So we could actually glue it down like this somewhere and let it fold out. Maybe we should do that. And this one is just a single one. Does he fit in there? He does fit in there. Okay, so let's do that. We'll be a little more practical here. And we'll put that little accordion in the other signature so it kind of balances out. All right, here's this. And now if you just have a smaller circle, which I can find, we can put this just a little tiny tab here. Tiniest little tab. Just so we know it's a pocket. Put that right down there. I think we are going to use that background stamp. Add just a little bit of interest back there before we put in our pocket and our photo. Guys, this book is getting just about done. How cool. So for those of you who just ordered the kits that Kay put together, huge thank you again to Kay for doing that. I'm so excited for you to get your kits and to see what you create. You will have to post some of your makes in the White Rose Crafts gallery. Everybody loves to see what you are working on. So we're just going to put glue just along the edges and not at the top. And we'll glue this one right in here. What's fun about this one too is it has this little image here and that kind of is hidden, and then when you open it up you can see that image. So I like doing little things like that. You can see the little image in there. And then this will fit right in there. How fun is that? It almost looks like your own personal vintage photo. We can add some ink to the back, and you can use this as a journaling card, or you can glue your own photo there. How fun is that? Maybe you're using this as a travel journal, and you could put your own flight information or a piece of flight ephemera, or maybe it's nothing to do with flight at all. Maybe it's just a memory, something fun. All right, so we'll just tuck him right in there. And then that glues there. And later, if we have another, we could put a scrap of ribbon here. We could use one of those buckles. We can add an extra strip of paper. These are just some hidden paper clips I've got in the works in here. If I can make it work. There we go. And it's just clipped in there. Okay. So let's go put that other accordion in this signature here. Find a nice sturdy piece of paper for that one. Now I have this pocket here, but we could put it inside the pocket. Or we could make it here, just like we did the other one. So we could put this in here, fold like this, and then it could be kept down with this one. Now this is a different shape, so it is a little bit different here. We could make this one go this way though, and then it would flip out like that, be kind of like a belly band. All right, let's do that. Hey, Roberta. Hello. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so that's what this one's going to look like. We will, let's see, are we losing? Nope, we're not losing a photo. So white, all that's good. That's going to glue in there just like that. We'll find a piece of something here. Decorate our background a little bit. Add some more ink here. Now these are fun if you want to see more of the photos. Well, I guess you could do it either way. You could have it flip out this way, or it could flip out this way. I'm going to have it flip out this way because that envelope's going to go in there and the crease is going to be on the right-hand side. So when you open this, this will come out this way. Okay, so again, those photos that I have were a piece of the 12 by 12 paper that came in my kit here. And I just cut them in a way so that they would stay connected and I could fold them to make a fun little pop out. Okay, so I'm adding some of these backgrounds all around just for some interest around these photos, not to distract from them, but to just kind of add some interest. And we'll go ahead and glue this here. And you could put pieces of lace or fabric or ribbon or something underneath if you want to. Kind of bling it up just a little bit. You do want to keep in mind it is getting a little bit bulky. So flat is good. We could also put some scraps of this book page around though. That might be kind of interesting. Actually, let's do that before I glue this. See, this is what I do. Eek. Go ahead and add some ink here. Hey, Chris. Hello. Okay, so let's see. Woo. Let's see if this is the right size now. And this book page is upside down, and that's okay because you're not really going to be noticing it as much as you are the photos. I want to make sure I've got my photos still going the right way. We're going to go ahead and glue this. Okay. So I'll put this down. Catch all the glue that we can. And then we're going to put this guy right there. And we could put a piece at the bottom if we want to, but I don't think we really need it. But if you're all about symmetry, go for it. And I love how that just folds right out. Look at that. So it's just like in here. You could put some ribbon behind the picture if you wanted to and just tie it right there. That would be another really good use of that ribbon and the buckles that came with it. Super cute. Okay, so now we're going to find a piece of paper here for our little photo side. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and cut like right there. Eek. Okay, that gives us some more scraps to use. And let's see, how did we do here? So I just need to cut it right about there. Okay, so there's that. That goes right there. I think that is lovely. And let's add just a little bit of ink around the edges there. And of course, you could put a notch up here and make that a little pocket, or even on the side, but this one has already got so many moving parts, and I don't want it to get too much more bulky or heavy, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue this one. Now, if you were creating in this junk journal for yourself or whoever it's going to, they could put a photo there, which would be kind of nice. Could put another, like a little spot to journal, or maybe a title, something there. Okay, and what I did not do was add ink to the edges of this little pop out here, so I'm just going to add some ink here. Take away a little bit of that bright whiteness. Okay. Still pops all out. You've got your cute little photos. Now, if these photos aren't for you, because I know they're not for everybody, it's taken me a little while to warm up to them, you can put your own photos there. Just cover right over them. So just use it as regular paper. You could have glued it the other way, and then, you know, just use it like a little flip out like this. Okay, so this one is going to glue in just like our other one did. Going to put it right here, but this we're going to have to cut down just a little bit, so maybe to like right here-ish. And the little pieces from the ends of your envelopes like this can now become a pocket somewhere else. So don't toss these out. Like, you can put your little notch in here. Yes, absolutely. For your own journaling notes, your own pictures, your own whatever you want to do. So see how cute this is? You could put a little tag right in there, and this could glue in like anywhere, just right there, and you've got a cute little pocket just from the end of your envelope. Okay, so there's this one. It's just going to go right over that. Now you can also do this if you didn't want it to hang over the back. We could have glued it right underneath this photo, and it could have just been a single page flip. I don't mind them hanging over the edge of the photo. I kind of like having this edge on the side there, so just whatever you like. And then when you open it, it also gives you this much room here to put a sticker or a sentiment or something. Whereas if you had glued it under here, it would just be right there, and maybe you would have the space left over here. So just a matter of preference and what works best for your book. Sometimes it'll be one thing, sometimes it'll be another. So, and whatever you want to do is perfectly fine. Okay, so let's put something on here. We can put book page, we can put pieces of paper. We can even just put one of our little pieces right here. Ooh, that's kind of cool, actually. I like that. And keep the same color, just keep it kind of rough. I'm going to add some more ink because I think it got some kind of inky stuff going on it. I'm gonna just rough this one up, I think. If I'm gonna not put paper on there, I'm just gonna kind of do like so. And then maybe just a little bit on the back side. We'll go lighter on the back side. So lots of different looks from the same products. On my Facebook Live the other day, I talked about distressing and different ways you can get different looks. So if you are new to distressing, which is what we call roughing up these edges or using distress ink products and so forth, definitely check out that Facebook Live. It has a lot of great information in there. And then we'll add this here, I think. And that will just be so fun. Look at that. And we could even add some mulberry scraps there. So let's go ahead and glue this down. Make sure it's still functional when you're gluing. What good is a flap if it doesn't work, right? So just glue this guy right there. Make sure it still opens and that we didn't glue anything we didn't want to. Perfect. And where did I set my bag of goodies? Here is my bag of stickers. There it is. Got some mulberry scraps in here. Let's put some mulberry paper down. Mulberry paper is super light and super fun, so I think it would be really perfect just under here. And then we can put this little heart around. Or we could even put these clocks, but I think I really like that heart. Although this clock has kind of the green color more and kind of pulls out the mulberry paper more. All right, let's rough up this edge just a little bit here. I'm going to spray it with water. I usually do that. Not a ton, but just a little bit. Kind of mist it, and then I use my fingers. You can kind of see it's just kind of dampening the edges there, so we can just get a little bit of more texture at the end without ripping it. Without ripping a bunch of it off. Shauna, leave it there. Goodness sakes. There we go. So we just want to take like the tiniest little piece off, just so it's ruffling those edges and making it look all fuzzy. Yeah, I think so too. I think we're going to go with that clock, the little gears. And it kind of ties more in with the book of what I've used so far, so we'll just go with that. We'll use that heart somewhere. All right, so you can see I have torn off just like the littlest bit. But what it has done, I'll show you in just a second, it has kind of fuzzed the edge, if you will. It's brought out those fibers in the paper without losing much surface area. And that is the fun of mulberry paper, is getting all of these great fibers on the edges. So just kind of, I'm going to glue that one back in place. And you can see it's still kind of wet where I did wet it down just a little bit. Now sometimes your glue, if you're using liquid glue, will show through this mulberry paper. So be very light with it and maybe a little heavier in the areas of where you're going to put an image. So, you know, in the center. Or if you're not going to put an image, just kind of be sparing and smooth it out. And it will get sticky through there. So don't close your book while it's still drying, assuming you're working in a book with it. Okay, I'll put some glue up there in just a second once I figure out what's going on here. So this one is rice paper, and it does tear just like the rest of it. This is the Stamperia rice paper. I love it. And I like getting a nice torn edge on this one too because it is fibrous, but I don't usually get this one wet. I don't know why not, but so see how I'm kind of using this finger to kind of guide along the tearing. And then we're still getting those nice fibers. And that is the whole bonus of using like rice paper or mulberry paper, is that you get those beautiful handmade looking fibers of the paper. Now that one doesn't want to come off, so we'll probably use a scissor and just trim that little fiber right there. And the more textures and interest you can put in your junk journals, the more interesting they will be. So that is why you might want to use something like this. I think they're beautiful, just anyways. Okay, so now I have to tear backwards for me. I don't usually do a lot with my left hand, so I'm guiding with my right hand, tearing with my left hand. And you can see I'm losing just a little bit of the spokes around that gear, but that's okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one in just like that. And so now that mulberry paper underneath, I can add a little more glue here if I need to, but it's not really going to matter because this is just going to go right around the edge. And I'm going to ink around this edge just a little bit. And if you feel like you missed anything, you can grab it. Oh, look, I got fibers stuck to my nail. That one's got like a harsh straight line from where the edge of the paper was. I like to try to get those out. There we go. More ink there. Okay. So then we can just glue this one. I think that is perfect. I think Kay's right. This yellow piece right here of this gear really works with the envelope. So we'll go ahead and glue. And then once I'm done, I will put in some Nuvo drops around that clock because that is what I did on the one on the front. And then it'll be kind of a little more cohesive as we go through. And we'll just glue this guy right here. And I love that. I love that mulberry paper there. Now this part here is not glued very good, but I think it will stay. I might just add a little dab of glue. You just gotta be careful because like I said, it shows through. If you use like a vellum glue, that would help as well. But I'm using liquid glue, so there it goes. All right, now to find the glue lid. There it is. Okay, so there is our flap. Now we can put a little tag inside of here. And you could also make, you know, a photo mat right here as well. I was going to say you could also put a pocket there, especially if you wanted to use the other piece of your envelope. It would fit right in there just for a little something, but you would want to keep it really light because this is just hanging on by this hinge. And you could add washi tape here or fabric here to kind of strengthen your hinge, and that would be good. I'm going to use this somewhere else in the book. I'll add some ink here. Yeah, the Aleene's Clear Gel Tacky Glue is what I usually use. I've been using this Prima Gliding Glue, and I've been loving it. But, you know, working with vellum and even the mulberry paper is tricky. You can see it is coming through just a little bit. But once it dries, usually what I do is I'll just put a little bit of ink there, or maybe put my stamper there or whatever, and just kind of hide that little spot. But yes, if you can use vellum glue, that definitely makes the difference and will make it a little easier for you. So let's see, let's find somewhere we can put this little pocket. We could put it here, that would be cute. And then we could put a little strip, a scrap of our paper here. Go ahead and glue this down. These writing pages are really fun to put little tiny pockets at the bottom and a tag, because then when you take the tag out, you still have all this room for writing. So you don't lose the writing, and your tag gets to be a good decoration for a page. So we'll make a little pocket here, and it's another good way to use the scraps. So this was just the scrap of the envelope that I cut off at the bottom, and it'll just take the smallest scrap to make a tag to put in there. So like even this piece of a scrap here, we could put just along the edge of this pocket to kind of decorate like a little, you could make it a little belly band if you wanted to, but we can just glue it like a little cluster right there. Just ink this up and glue it on. And you could even put one of those little wooden pieces, like the little wooden decorations right there, or glue one of the little charms, or another sticker. Lots of fun things you can do. I'm going to glue this piece of book page on here first, just add a little background noise. And it still kind of ties in all of the colors that we're working with, and I love that. Okay, and then we can even still stamp this little piece of book page with our stamp that we've got going here. You can splatter some of the sage green ink on there. There we go. And then I'm going to glue this, and we'll glue that other scrap of paper. And we've got another cute little pocket. Want to make sure we don't block off the little tab. And then we can put this here as a little decoration cluster. Love that. And then let's see, is there something small we can put right there? These are kind of big. Ooh, what's this one? Ooh, that's interesting. But then that's going to hang over. We could put that one on the tag. This is really cool. Ooh, or we could put it up here. Look how fun that is. I think we're going to put it up there. This light bulb kind of goes with the paper, so that'll have a little pop of something extra up there. And I love that. We'll put a little ink over it. Perfect. All right, you guys, so our book is coming along. We've got ribbons and lace. We've got our little shaky shake here out of our DVD thing, and that made a little flip. So we've got this page here. And that's a pocket up there. We've got our little charm and our cute little buckle. Got another little charm and this beautiful paper. Loving it. Little pocket that we just made. Some fun stickers. Fun little pocket with a tag here and more of these fun stickers. So here's a little flip out that we just did today with our cute little accordion. And the envelope just flips over, so it has a pocket in there too. We've got our mulberry paper and our beautiful Stamperia rice paper. Got some room to journal. This is a pocket with an index card and a beautiful stamp there. Some more mulberry paper. Ledger paper, coffee dyed papers. Those are all typical things that you would find in junk journals. I love this one. This one, he goes sideways, but that's okay. So there's another one of those beautiful stickers down here. Some mulberry paper. This is just torn edge. He looks really good on this black background paper. Love it. This is some inking that we did on this Amazon packaging with that sage oxide ink. What is it? Bundled sage. So very fun, both sides. It's all dry now. This is a pocket. It's not quite done yet, but room for some journaling or some photos. And then this is the other little flip that we did today. Cute little flip outs. Lots of room for journaling, fun stickers. A little upside down pocket here for a tag. Some book page that's all stamped. And then we've got our other little pocket back here. Hey, we did quite a bit today. And then back here we've got our other little shakety shake. And some room to decorate some more papers. And this is that, what is it called? Petalics paper. I just love it. Love it. So I think that is a good place to stop for today, you guys. See, and I did put that Nouveau drops on the clocks in here, so I will do that throughout the book as well. Just gotta take a little bit longer because it has to dry. So we've got that lace-looking mulberry paper up here on the front cover. And all of this to think it was just a noodle box. So you can make journals and beautiful things out of just about everything, you guys. Thank you. I'm liking how it's coming along too. And I hope you guys will make one, those of you that's ordered a kit. And even if you haven't ordered a kit, use what you have at home. You know, you can use anything. Like I said, this was a noodle box and some Amazon packaging, cardstock, and then my kits. And some envelopes. So envelopes are really fun ways to make junk journals. All right, you guys. Well, I'm glad you're loving it. I hope you guys will think about getting some of these Stamperia papers if you haven't already. Even if you just get this rice paper, you can still use so many pieces from the rice paper to decorate whatever pages you have at home. It is so beautiful. I just love this. I love the colors. I love the grunge of it. I love everything. Kay did so great with this kit. So anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me and for being okay with a little bit of a time switch. My day was crazy today, so I greatly appreciate you accommodating me and for being here with me. Oh, yes, you're so welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Kay, for having me here on these White Rose Wednesdays. I look forward to hanging out with you guys and working on this book. I will put in some Nouveau drops and stuff this time so it will dry and be ready to show you. I'm going to fill this little hole here of my little wooden piece with Nouveau drops so it looks more like a little resin piece without actually having to do resin. How fun is that? So yeah, you guys are welcome. I will see you guys next week, probably at our regular time. At least I hope so. I hope next Wednesday is a little less chaotic, but hey, we still made it through. We still made beautiful things and we still had a really fun time. So thank you so much for joining me and I will see you next Wednesday.